And finally, before we look forward, which we've done in these game previews, I want to look back to week 0 in Northwestern beating Nebraska 31-28. And the biggest problem now for Nebraska is this. Scott Frost continues to struggle. We know that. He came into the season 3-9. I thought with some of the transfer guys he had coming in, like Casey Thompson at quarterback, transfer portal running back, some defensive guys coming in, Mark Whipple, the offensive coordinator. I was one that bought into Nebraska. And they could still have a special season. But the biggest problem for Scott Frost coming out of that week 0 loss is that game and that onside kick decision, that was on national TV as the only show in town. Typically, with all due respect to Nebraska Northwestern, if that game's on noon this Saturday, there's a chance that it's buried on the Big Ten network or buried on a regional network, that it might not. It could even be on ESPN at noon Eastern, but there's so many other games going on. But the fact that that onside kick decision, when you've got the momentum, 28-17 was done in front of a national audience, is the only show in town, and people frothing at the mouth for college football, that to me is what makes this so damaging to Scott Frost, because everyone saw who was watching college football what Nebraska fans have been talking about for the past couple of years. Again, it could get fixed. They got a couple of weeks to figure it out, knock off the jet lag, and make everybody forget about what happened. But Scott Frost now, all of the goodwill of the offseason, similar to what I was just talking about with Marcus Freeman and kind of the feel-good story, can we rally behind one of our own? It's going to be an uphill climb for Scott Frost the rest of the way. And I'll say this, Pat Fitzgerald, congratulations. They had an awful season a year ago. They were also 3-9. Pat Fitzgerald's not going to keep Northwestern down 2 years in a row. And at least through week 1, that was the most Northwestern football game I've ever seen. But now for Scott Frost, what do you do in week 2? How do you get your team to believe? To me, that's going to be the biggest storyline for the Cornhuskers. Can they throw out what happened, leave that over in Europe, come back stateside, and get this thing going again? Because if not, the Scott Frost tenure is going to be over before you know it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.